So I'm not even going to explain why it took me so long to do this review. All I'm going to say is that there will be spoilers, and I'm sorry if I skip anything or I just rush it, because I want to make sure this video is up before it comes on here. I know the new episode is already on the East Coast, so I'm sorry for you people who live in the East Coast or anywhere else and have already seen the new episode. I just need to talk about this. I need to talk about episode 9 of the Vampire Diaries. So here we go. In this episode, Stefan, Damon, and Elena are planning on killing Klaus, and they've hired or gotten the help of Michael, and their plan is to lure Klaus back to Mystic Falls. Basically, they told Klaus that Michael had been killed by Elena, and Stefan is the one who tells Klaus. Of course, they had to lie, and they had to stake Klaus with the special stake that they had, and pretend like he died in order, because of Stefan's mind control, he can't, he has to be able to physically, visually see it occur in order for him to, tell the truth. You know what I mean. The one thing I loved, I really loved Rebecca Claire Holtz in this episode. One of my favorite quotes is when she's talking to Michael, and she says, "Nick wasn't born a killer, none of us were. You did that when you changed us into vampires. You destroyed our family, not him." I loved it. It just shows so much hurt that she has suffered. She suffered years and years and years of pain, and it's all caused by her father, who wanted retribution for his son's death, and he wanted to be bigger and better than everybody else, and then by doing that, he not only he destroyed his family, and he killed so many people, and that just by one action. And I really do feel for Rebecca in this episode, and I was really I mean, I understood why Elena had to stake her, because they had to make sure that that Rebecca would not betray them and tell Klaus that, hey, this is what's going on. But at the same time, I really wish they hadn't, and I really hope that Rebecca comes back either in the next episode that's coming on tonight, or episodes after, because I really do love Claire Holt, and I really do love Rebecca, and I really want them to come back. She's so awesome. I love her. So yeah, and also another thing I have to touch on, Bonnie. I'm sorry for those of you who love Bonnie or like her. I hate her. I can understand why you'd like her. I did like Bonnie in the first season, but after, I can't. I am a big, I don't know what the name, I'm a big Jeremy and Anna fan. I don't remember the name combo that they've come up with. I think, isn't it Joanna or Joanna? I don't freaking know. If you know, please tell me, because I don't know. I'm a big fan of Jeremy and Anna. I love them to death, and Bonnie is just being a pathetic bitch, and I feel absolutely no sympathy for her, and she just doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it. Anna was Jeremy's first real love, I think. I think Vicky was just, I don't think he really truly loved Vicky. I think he just had it was like puppy love with Vicky. Anna was the one, and he loved her, and he was actually willing to die just to be, just to be a vampire, I guess. I don't know why he wanted to do that first. I don't get why he did that first season. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. He was, he was so depressed to see Anna die, and then to finally have her back, and then to have her be taken away again. I completely see where Jeremy's coming from, and I was cheering the whole time they were making out during the episode before the homecoming, I believe. Ghost World. I was cheering them on. I was like, yeah, Jeremy and Anna. I was so happy, and I love that Anna came back this season, and now she's gone, and I'm not so happy about that. And Bonnie just needs to get over herself. Bonnie is just a bitch. I hate her. Another thing, Tyler is becoming so annoying with the damn Sire thing. I mean, the fact that he couldn't even do anything to protect anybody. I mean, the only thing he thought was a good thing to do was to freaking, what does he do? What does my note say? He injects Caroline with vervain to make her become unconscious. I think isn't it vervain that he injects her with? I don't know, and then he just glugs her off, and then he decides to tell Matt for some fucking reason. Why the fuck does why the hell does Matt know anything? Can I just say, why does he need to know like I said, why does he need to know anything? And then Matt does his stupid vampire face that he should not be allowed to do because he's not a goddamn vampire. Only vampires are allowed to do that. You know that face he does when he's like angry or at all like stressed or like trying to be like pissed off? That weird thing he does with his fucking eyebrows. I don't know what he does, but he's not a vampire. Seriously, every time he does that, I yell at my TV. I'm like, stop fucking doing that. You're not a goddamn vampire. Stop. You're not cool. You're not cool. Okay, you're just a human who just happens to know everything about what's going on in Mystic Falls. Why does he need to know anything that goes on there? Right? To this, why can't someone like Damon or someone just tell Damon to like freaking erase his goddamn memory? Why can't Caroline do that? Seriously, someone needs to do that. So, yeah. So the plan that not only do Damon. What was I talking about? So the plan to lure Klaus is going well, but then Klaus comes back, and then he throws this big party, and he tells Tyler to make homecoming canceled, and they bring everybody to Tyler's house, and it's not a party like homecoming, it's a wake because Klaus thinks Michael's dead. So he throws a party for that, and he also brings along some hybrids that he has created while he was in Seattle, which is lovely. And of course, Tyler can't do nothing about it because he's sire to him, and he just thinks Klaus is just like an almighty god, which is beautiful. And not only do basically Damon and Elena not only have the plan that they made with Stefan, they made a backup plan, and Damon has another plan. So what do? They also bring in Catherine. Of course, we don't find that out till basically the end of the episode, and that freaking throws a curveball in it for me. I was like, whoa, that's Catherine, it's not Elena. And then I was so happy because I had thought for so long, I thought literally Catherine was dead, and I'm so glad that she is not, and she is in fact not dead. So that's a cool thing. But the real kicker is when what is it? Basically, Klaus and Elena. Really, Catherine have this conversation, and Klaus says that he'll always be one step ahead of you. So if you try anything, so don't try anything. And then Klaus reveals, of course, this is at the end of the episode, and Catherine tells Stefan this. He says that if I die, Damon will die with me because he had. Oh my God, how the hell do I? He compelled the hybrids that he had created to kill Damon if anything were to happen to him, and Catherine, of course, can't let that happen. So she goes back to the Salvatore house and revives Stefan after Michael bites him, which was a really funny back and forth with Klaus and Damon. Damon's like, couldn't you have just broken his neck? And Michael's like, that crossed my mind. It was really funny. But Yeah, so she basically, so Catherine tells Stefan that, hey, this is what you have to do, and Stefan, at the last second, as Damon is stabbing Klaus, Stefan attacks Damon, and Damon's like, what are you doing? And then Klaus sees that as an opportunity to grab the stake, and then he stabs Michael, and Michael dies, and at that second, at that moment, you're like, shit. That was the only way that Klaus could have possibly died, and it is now gone. Michael is gone. Catherine went somewhere, and the hybrids that Klaus has just created is gone. And just what do we do now? And of course, Damon is pissed off, as he should be, and Elena is also just. Elena's back at the Salvatore house. I don't know. She was just thumping her. I don't know what she was doing, and yeah, it was just all this stuff happens, and I don't know what to think, and it was crazy, and the amount of notes I have. This is just one page. I made 2 pages of notes. It's nuts. I don't even think I got through half of it, but so yeah, I felt really bad for Damon, but the one thing that I absolutely loved is when Damon says we're never gonna get Stefan back. And then Elena says, then we'll let him go. We'll let him go. And I freaking, you don't know how happy I was. I was like, oh, finally, you're finally just letting him go. Just be with Damon. Be with Damon. He's the best choice. Stefan is never coming back. A snap of your fingers is not bringing him back. He is gone. And of course, that is proven in the end of the episode when he's driving away with Catherine. And she of course says that I love Damon and I love you. I'm not gonna let you guys die and stuff. So you're thinking, oh, okay, that's it. And then the end of the episode is Stefan calling Klaus back, telling him thank you for relieving me of your compulsion, because as you guys know, I think I don't remember what the deal was, but Stefan basically bargained for his freedom, and he got that. And he calls Klaus, and he says, "You know what's better than I don't remember the exact line, but he says, "Don't you know what's better than da 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 payback?" And Klaus opens the moving van or whatever it is, and he realizes that all his coffins of his family members are gone. And he just gets so pissed off, and then BAM! End of the episode. And you're like, what the fuck? Oh god, Stefan, what are you doing? What are you goddamn doing? What the fuck? What the fuck, Stefan? You're fucking with my fucking head and all that jazzy stuff. So, yeah. Oh, wow. So, yeah. I'm not. So, blah, blah, blah. I think that's all. I think I covered everything that I had written here. Not so much is written here. It's very scattered, as you can see. Just lots of just underlining and arrows and all that jazzy stuff. So yeah, I'm sorry if this review was fucking crap. My knowledge, I wasn't able to rewatch the episode, so I only gave you guys the bare minimum. I promise you my next review for episode 10 will be 10 times better than this. Cannot wait for this episode. It's gonna be coming on in an hour, almost an hour, like an hour and about an hour. Well, it's 6:51, and just add on to that. It comes on at 8 p.m., so about an hour, a little bit more than like an hour and a few minutes. So yeah, there's that. I'm sorry if you didn't like this review, or hopefully you watched it and liked it, and it gave you something to. I don't know. Hopefully this was like a time killer. I don't know. So please tell me in the comments below what you thought of episode 9, The Homecoming from Vampire Diaries season 3. And I'll see you guys in my next review or next video that I make on this channel. So yeah. Bye-bye.